Do you blow up a lot or feel like you have no control over your emotions? Do you have a hard time connecting with other people? Well, I'm going to answer those questions with today's featured book. Let's get into the video. Hi there, and welcome to the Booksters Club, where we find daily inspiration from the books you love. Today's featured book is the Emotional Intelligence Quick Book by Travis Bradberry and Greaves, and today's inspirational thought comes to us on page number 13. It says, billions of microscopic neurons line the road between the rational and emotional centers of the brain. Information travels between them much as cars do on a city street. When you practice emotional intelligence, the traffic flows smoothly in both directions. Increases in the traffic strengthens the connection between the rational and emotional centers of the brain. Your emotional intelligence is greatly affected by your ability to keep this road well traveled. The more you think about what you're feeling and do something productive with that feeling, the more developed this pathway becomes. Some of us struggle along a 2-lane country road, while others have built 5-lane superhighway. A generous flow of traffic is the cornerstone of a high emotional intelligence. When too little traffic flows in either direction, the behavior that results is ineffective. Emotional intelligence is important for us as human beings because it is our answer to how we gain self-awareness. And self-awareness really is the connection that we have with our emotions and understanding them and what our feelings are, getting in tune with those feelings so that now we can see how it affects our behaviors. That is the whole connection between what we're doing, how we're doing it, and where it's coming from. That's self-awareness. So suppressing and understanding our emotions are really two different things. So a great indication to know if you're really suppressing your emotions is if you blow up a lot. Is that your response to just about everything? Something triggers you and then you explode. Something happens and you fly off of the handlebar. Well, that's going to really show whether or not you're understanding your emotions or most likely you're suppressing them. Understanding them doesn't necessarily mean that you have to cry and feel emotion all the time. It can be done internally and quietly to yourself. Oh, I'm feeling a feeling. I'm feeling angry. I'm feeling sad. What is that? Why do I feel that? Where is this coming from? So suppressing it isn't going to be, it can look the same way because you're not outwardly expressing it in the moment, but it's going to show up eventually just because you didn't take the time to understand it. And just like the book said, you're not creating those neural pathways where rationality and emotion are meeting. You're just emotion suppressing, instead of actually moving it through your rational mind and saying, okay, but there's got to be a reason. I'm not just feeling this feeling for no reason. Understanding it is really going to be your key to moving it through you, not suppressing it, and not blowing up. So creating a healthy emotional intelligence also helps to cultivate empathy between us and other people. So the more that we are connected with ourselves and the more that we understand our own emotions, the better we are going to be able to connect with other human beings and help them understand their emotions. This is really important if you're a parent. As a parent, you should be getting in touch with your emotions so that you can teach and mentor your children and model what that looks like to have an emotion and then to express that emotion. Also, if you're having a hard time connecting with other people, there might be something going on where you're not connected enough with yourself. If you're not taking the time to be introspective and to dive deep into yourself and know what makes you tick and who you are, that's a connection with yourself. It's going to be very difficult to have that with other people. You're going to be not making a lot of eye contact. You're not going to be getting people or understanding where they're coming from because they're going to respond a certain way and it's not going to make any sense to you because you haven't had practice rationalizing your own emotions. And so that could come across not only in your relationships that are intimate, but also any relationship that you have as a mother, a father, a parent, a co-worker, a person on the street. These are the people who just don't get other people and have no empathy for others. So something that I have found that's kind of interesting is I can actually tell when I'm making a connection with somebody, and it takes two people. So first, you have to be the person that's willing to connect with someone, and then the other person has to reciprocate that and want to connect back with you. And amazing things happen with that, not just, intimately with a partner, but just in general with like a best friend. If you both have this connection with each other, wow, you get to know each other on another level, insights happen, you can discover even more about yourself because you have somebody that you trust who's also looking in at you. It's a really neat experience to connect with someone. I'm curious, do you have a moment where you actually knew you connected with someone? And do you have that ability too, where you can actually feel it when you connect with someone? And you can actually feel it when you're trying to connect with someone and nothing happens and they are actually closed off from your connection. I'd like to know if you actually have this feeling or ability too. Let me know in the comments. If you had a different take on this part of the book, a different part in that book, or a different book entirely that you think should be featured here on the Booksters Club, well, I would love to know also in the comments, and let me know what part in that book in particular that you want to have featured here. I'll do my best to make sure that I leave your name in with that comment as well. Thank you so much for clicking the like button if you liked it, and subscribe and ring the notification bell if you're new, because I post new videos every single day just like this. See you tomorrow, Booksters. Do you blow up a lot or feel like you have no control over your emotions? Do you have a hard time connecting with others? Do you blow up a lot or feel like you have a hard time connecting? Do you blow up a lot or do you blow up a lot or feel like you can't control it? That it is. That's good. So creating a healthy what can I comment on? The Emotional Intelligence Quick Book. Greaves? Oh. Greaves. I think that's pronounced Greaves. Greaves.